Okay, now we are going to talk about several things tonight. First thing, we got to pray for the family of this Ukrainian woman that was just going home. She got on the bus in Charlotte, North Carolina, got on the bus just to go home. She was just going home, you know. She gets on this bus, and this guy behind her, 18 different arrests. Just to go home. She was just going home, you know. She gets on this bus, and she gets stabbed in the neck and dies, bleeds out. And the guy just walks off. Nobody does anything. It's just sad. It really is sad. It's so today got a big fire here tonight. Adam says my fire was like a 3 out of 10, which that's pathetic. Adam doesn't know what a fire is. The guy's got some serious issues. I just, and then he roots for the Browns. Why would you root for the Browns? You got all these teams that, you know, they're all everybody's favorite teams, you know. So this girl, she gets on the bus to go home after working at a pizza joint, and this guy behind her, criminal, stabbed, just gradually, just nonchalant, just stands up and stabs her in the neck, and she just bleeds out right there. It has to stop. It literally has to stop. We need to come back. We need to have insane asylums again, mental institutions. I say all this has to come back. We have to bring it back. If you got any, that's the thing, is a lot of these people have no soul and have no conscience. They don't even care. That's the really sad thing about it. They don't even care. So tonight I'm going to talk about a movie that I watched today. Adam said I should have you guys watch a movie this week between today and next Sunday. And then next Sunday, I want to talk about that movie, every scene in that movie, and why it's so good. And so tonight I'm going to talk about, since you haven't seen it, but you can just get on, I think you can get on, I think it's on YouTube. Ice Station Zebra. And I'm going to go over the whole movie and why it is so good. So I was working on my model today, and I wasn't even watching it, but I've watched it so much. I'm listening to it, and I'm visualizing the movie in my head as I'm listening to it, and I'm building this model. Now, I look over once in a while and look over at a scene, but the movie is so good that it's hard to pinpoint one great scene. So the movie starts off with, satellite images in space, that there's a satellite, and you go from American to Russian, and you don't know what's going on to begin with. And then the capsule at the end. I love the first 10 minutes of the movie. It's a 9 out of 10. It captures you. You want to watch the rest of the movie. And laying in my bed, watching this. That's funny. And so then the scene goes to Scotland, which is Holyloch, Scotland. That's where I would ship out when I was on subs. And it goes to Rock Hudson and the admiral, and they're basically telling him, okay, here's the mission. This satellite crashed, and it's at Ice Station Zebra. They've lost signal at Ice Station Zebra, and you have to pick up this person, which is Patrick McGowan. You got Ernest Borgnine, and this thing, Jim Brown's in it. You got everybody in this movie. I mean, Brian, I like a story time before I go to sleep. And so basically, Rock Hudson is this captain of this submarine. And Patrick McEwen is a spy, and so is Ernest Borgnine. And so they're on the sub. And so another great scene of the movie is just the submarine movie or the interior of the sub, because the movie is directed by John Sturges, which is just amazing. The interior of the submarine is so authentic. They must have ripped out a submarine and literally made a submarine. That's how authentic the interior of the submarine is. Everything about it, all the speakers, everything about it it gives you the vibe that, okay, this is a submarine movie. It's just beautiful. Then you have another great scene where they surface to pick up Ernest Borgnine and Jim Brown. Those are two characters that are inserted onto the sub through a helicopter, and just, it's just the surface aspect of the movie. And then you get to the point where Jim Brown is in the captain's office or captain's room, and Jim Brown calls in the lieutenant that's in charge of the Marine Division or Marine Platoon, and he's taking over. Jim Brown is taking over from that lieutenant, and he basically says, we're going to have a drill, and it better pass, and it's going to be a bitch. And then it goes on, and then they're at the ice, because they have to go to Ice Station Zebra. This is a research place that's in the Antarctic, or North Pole, the North. And so they have to go to this floating base called Ice Station Zebra. Yeah, somebody should write a book. And so they get to Ice Station Zebra. The underwater scenes to this movie about submarines is so authentic. You really feel that you're in a submarine. That's what's so amazing about it. Now this fire is big tonight. This is a fire. We had a good day today. I was working on my Blue Devil Destroyer by Lindbergh. It's probably one of Lindbergh's best model they ever made. I must have made 4 or 5 of them when I was in the Navy. They were like $15 a piece. I was looking at my Social Security income throughout the years. Do you know how much money I made the first year of being in the Navy? The first year. Okay, the whole year, how much I made. Anybody have any guess of how much I made in it would be half of 78, but, does anybody have any idea how much I made in 1978? You're not going to believe the amount. It's just absolutely insane. 1 year. This is 1 year of pay. One year pay, 1978, U.S. Navy. How much did I get? because it tells you on your Social Security sheet, $4,000. Okay, Adam says 4,000. $1978, 80. I made $80,000. Wow. 1978, people. Anybody have any idea how much I made? Not even close. My pay for being a seaman, or actually I started in as an SA and then I was a seaman, was $1,900. Yep, you got it right, Kevin W. About $2,000. 1978. That's what I was paid a whole year. In 1980, or the year later, it was like 2,000. So Christopher Van Dyke finally got his packages. It was shipped to the neighbor. I knew it was. I knew his neighbor got his package. You know, I learned I don't have to be loud when I'm doing this live stream. I don't have to talk loud. I can just sit here and talk like this, and I don't have to be very loud. So anyway, so then they get to the ice, and they try to surface, but the ice is too thick, and so they keep going down, and so they decide to fire a Torpex torpedo to melt the ice. Well, the torpedo tube was sabotaged, and yes, the pool is all shut down, and the sub starts to take in water, and it starts to sink, and it's going down basically, and it went past test depth with I think like 1,600 feet. But every aspect of that is, I remember doing that. It was called Angles and Dangles. We would do what was in that movie, and everything about it is accurate. The helmsman, the plainsman, the captain, everybody that was standing in the bridge is all accurate. That's what's so amazing about Ice Station Zebra. Everything about that movie is a 10. There is not one bad scene in that movie, Ice Station Zebra. Not one scene. Hello, everyone. So we got a big fire going tonight. This is called the Alamo. This wood is so dry. This wood is so dry. How dry is it, Brian? It's really dry. Okay, Kevin, I'll take care of that. Fireside chat is a hit. I think it is. Wow, that fire burnt down fast. That wood is so dry. Yeah, that'll burn a while. So then you come to my favorite. Well, that is my favorite scene. My favorite scene of the movie is when the submarine is going to test depth. And they're trying to put the reactors in overload, and they're trying to go in reverse. Yes, oh, it's dry. This wood is so dry. How dry is it? Now we're talking. This wood is so dry. How dry is it, Brian? It's very dry. Let me tell you that right now. Every aspect of Ice Station Zebra. Now tomorrow, this week, you all have to watch Where Eagles Dare this week. Between today and next Sunday, you have to watch Where Eagles Dare, because then I'm going to review Eagles Dare next Sunday night. All right? Where Eagles Dare with Richard Burton and Clint Eastwood. Those are the two main actors. The other actors in the movie are character actors. But Richard Burton and Clint Eastwood are the top two. Are the top two actors. Look at that fire. Holy moly. That's a fire. Look at that. That's a blaze. Isn't that amazing? Holy moly, I can't even get to the top of that fire. It was a little slow Daniel told me it was a little slow this weekend. Our sales weren't as high as normal. So I have to make that up on Monday. I have to do all those shorts. I'm going to be doing 40. Can you believe this? On Monday, tomorrow, I'm gonna try to do 45 shorts. Okay, 45 shorts tomorrow. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. It's going to be a wild ride tomorrow, guys. You want to be watching tomorrow, because it's going to be. I'm getting up tomorrow morning. I'm going to have my Arbuckle breakfast, which is 3 slices of bacon, 1 egg, and a glass of ice water. That's the Arbuckle. Shaken but not stirred. And so, man, that's a big one. Isn't that a big fire? Holy moly. That's a big one. So Ice Station Zebra was directed by John Sturgis. And I want to try to do some more research on that. I'm going to have Tim do some research on Ice Station Zebra for me. I'm going to send him a message and say, hey, Tim, can you do some research on Ice Station Zebra for me and send it to me? Every aspect of that movie is a 10. And that's what happened when you made movies in the 70s, in the 60s. Most of your movies were 10s. They had great acting. Nowadays, they're so woke. They're so DEI. You literally have to put every race in a movie to make it diversity. And I don't care about that. That's the way life is not like that. Oh, I've watched some of those AI movies on YouTube. They're terrible. They're terrible. Look at how big that flame is. Howdy, Tommy. Let's see, that's Eastern Plains Slot Car. Burning Good. Let AI. Hey, Eastern. I don't know who Eastern Slot Cars is. Who's his Eastern? Well, we got a big fire here tonight. The movie that I watched before I went on submarine was Gray Lady Down with Charleston Heston. That was a good submarine movie. Gray Lady Down. Good submarine movie. Yes, sir. Good submarine. Good movie. Good movie. It's a full moon. Last night was a full moon. Tonight is, I think, still a full moon. This is outside behind the main shed. Right behind me is the shed. This is the white shed right here. That's the white shed. I bought that back in 2014. And then this patio, Lincoln made that. I haven't seen my son Lincoln in a year. Very depressing. I can't see my grandkids because my daughter-in-law won't let us see them. Unbelievable. You can't make this stuff up. What a crazy world we live in. Ulysses will never see his grandfather until he's 20. I'll be in my 80s. If I had the money, I would sue and get custody of him. But I guess I'm dreaming Dixie. I won't see my grandkids. Uriah. Kaz. They're really weird names. I never could get them right. Ulysses now is about 6 or 7. I'm never going to see him. It's really sad. Divorce is so evil. It's so evil. Never ends. We had Mac all day today. It's just sad. What do you do? What do you do? Nice big fire. I was working on my Blue Devil Destroyer model kit from Aurora or from Lindbergh. I got it a long time ago, and I'm going to get that all done. And I'm going to remote control it so I can put it in the water and kind of go around the pond. It's probably one of the best motorized ship models ever made. Lindbergh made about 6 of them at one time. They had little motors in them. They had the Bismarck. They had an aircraft carrier at one time. Real nice model kits. Lindbergh made a really good model kit for the money. You know what I'm saying? They had a nice kit for the $1. We only got 19 people watching. Make sure you share and like this to everybody so everybody knows to watch this. Fireside chat. Ryan was on drill this weekend for the Navy, so he wasn't at the store this weekend. I see 25, I see 18. Yep. What else happened today? Not much. It was kind of I watched Ice Station Zebra. That's a 2.5 hour movie. We got home around, we went to lunch to, I'm sorry I didn't do the croissant burgers. We're going to try to do those tomorrow night. Everybody was sick, so I couldn't do them today or yesterday. So we went to Cheddar's. Cheddar's is a really nice scratch-built restaurant. They make everything from scratch. Man, their onion rings are not to die for, but their onion rings are absolutely good. Hope everyone gets well. Yeah, the boys were Larry and Samuel. You know, she was letting them run around without any socks and shoes on, and so I think they got the cold. They're doing okay. Ryan should be home by now. He just went up to Michigan to do a reserve weekend. Haven't decided whether I'm going to Vegas. I think I am. You guys like me too. I stop at my sister Dora's and Becky's. And all the way back, stop and see Arbuckle. That'd be fun. Spend the day with Arbuckle. That would be interesting, spending the day with Arbuckle. Wow, I have 4 new likes. Unbelievable. 4 new likes. Wow, we got some really people watching this fire night. You know, I hope everyone gets well. Yeah, they're getting well. You know, it's in between summer and fall. That's the problem. I got my pool all winterized yesterday. I got everything put away. I got it covered. I got a double cover on it. You know, so we're all ready for the spring. Now this winter, if you guys like Ryan Hall, if you want to watch a good new or weather broadcaster, the best on the internet, you want to get Ryan Hall, and he's basically saying that because of the North Pole and the El Nino out in the west coast, it wasn't as strong as they think it was. This could be a very cold and snowy winter for the north, but dry in the south. That's what they're saying. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the truth or not, but we could. I got to get my wood pellets this week. Well, of course, it's still August, early August or September. I got to get my 3 pallets of wood pellets for the year. Three pallets. I need 3 pallets. The wood pellet stove was probably the best thing I ever bought. Probably the best thing I ever bought. But we got a nice big fire here. Now this is called the Alamo. If you look at the fire pit, you see the little back thing on there. It kind of looks like the Alamo. I call this the Alamo fire pit. I think Kathy just got home. We're having a lot of fun tonight. Look at that fire, isn't that amazing? Just relaxing out here. It's probably about 65, maybe 55, 70, 65. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna have my Arbuckle breakfast, my 3 bacon, 1 egg, and a nice ice cold water. That's my breakfast. That gets me going. And we're gonna have that tomorrow. This wood is so dry. This piece of wood right here is so dry. Holy cow. Holy moly. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that thing is just drier than a holy moly. Yep. I'm Brian Young, and you're watching Fireside Chat, and you're watching I'm ProTinkerToys.com. I'm the owner. My sons help me, Ryan and Daniel, and this is just a extra live stream that we do for our customers. If you want to check out what we sell, just go to the website, ProTinkerToys.com. You'll see all the wonderful stuff that we sell. Die-cast cap guns, die-cast toys, slot cars, miscellaneous toys, everything you can imagine. Everything you can imagine. We have it. We're just a fun toy store. That's all I can tell you. Unique things, different things. Look at those logs burning. Man, those are so dry. They're just instant losing my new loving my new track and cars. That's great, James. Now, I did buy a collection of slot cars, 350 cars. I bought 350 cars plus about 6 sets. I'm going to go pick them up in about a week. And we're going to use that for auctions on Thursday night. Strictly auction. He's got a lot of I-wheels. He's got a lot of older cars from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. These are all cars that have sold out. And so if you want to fill in on a car that you're missing, you want to keep watching the live streams. Well, I don't have to. I wouldn't have come for the fire. I would have come for the fire. Mandy. Oh my gosh. So we're getting that new collection here. He's got a lot of eye wheels. Oh my gosh. He must have 75 eye wheels. And these are older eye wheels too. Unbelievable. He passed away last week. I'm terrible with names. He's been buying from us since we opened. They're all carded. 90% of the cars are carded. 90% of the cars are carded. Matter of fact, all the cars are carded. I think there's like 10 or 15 that are not carded. I mean, this is a great chance to fill in blanks that you've missed out on cars. It's really a nice collection. It's a really nice collection. Look at that fire. Boy, I tell you, there's not a flame in that thing. You got a constant flame in that. That's a good fire when you're constantly having a big flame. That means you've got a lot of fuel and it's burning, baby. It's burning. Burning, burning, burning. Rawhide. So I watched Ice Station Zebra. And then I watched another movie. I didn't finish it completely. I got bored because I had to get ready for this tonight. I watched a movie with Robert Redford, Sidney Poitier, Dan Aykroyd, River Phoenix. This is one of his last movies. John Stanton, I think. Or not, oh, not him. Stranton or something. And Ken Bensley. It's called Sneakers. It made in 1992. Almost 30 years ago. My gosh. And it was like a suspenseful crime spy movie. I always loved that movie because it's really well made. It's called Sneakers. That's the problem with River Phoenix. River Phoenix died because of his parents. His parents had no boundaries for River Phoenix. River Phoenix could technically do anything. He had no boundaries, and he died of overdose. I mean, when you have no boundaries for your kid, then that's exactly what happens. It was really sad about River Phoenix. 19 years, I think. 19 or 20, one of the two. He's Juan Phoenix's brother. I didn't know that until about 5 years ago. But good morning, Mandy. Yeah, we had a really good day today. Today was just one of those, it's one of those average days, you know that? It didn't go bad. It didn't go super fast. I did some work on my Blue Devil Destroyer. If you want to know what the Blue Devil Destroyer is, just type it on Google, Lindbergh model Blue Devil Destroyer. and you'll get an idea. I think it's one of their best-selling ship models Lindbergh ever made. Now Lindbergh is owned by Auto World. All these model kit companies went into.
Your favorite child is coming.
Adam, David, you're not my favorite child.
Yes, you are. Yes, I am. Where's my letter I gave you?
I burn it. That started my fire tonight.
What?
I threw it in the fire. It started the fire tonight.
No, you didn't. You used it as a fire starter?
I used it to get the fire going, your letter.
Why?
I thought you might like it.
Hey. I spent 10 minutes on that.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's about what it's worth in the fire is 10 minutes.
It's supposed to be for grandparents' day, but I can't really give it to my grandma. I'm a grandma.
Well, first of all, we don't have any idea what you just said.
I don't have a grandpa. It was grandparents' day. I don't have a grandpa. Ah, steak just evaporated.
That dry wood is just dry, baby.
Well, yeah, no kidding. Can I stick this in the fire and then pull it out like a torch?
No.
Why? Like that? Look, catch it on fire. Ah! Hey, Dad, where'd you get all that from? Oh my gosh. Daddy, you scared me. Stop it. You catch on fire below.
There we go.
Watch that catch on fire.
Now we're gonna have a fire.
How long are you gonna go for? All night?
No, we're gonna 9:30.
9:30. This is not gonna last 30 minutes. This is gonna last all night.
No, it'll last about 30 minutes. It's dry wood. Good evening, everyone. Sam Browning.
Who's Sam?
A peaceful Sunday night, first side AM watching. Good evening, Mandy. Yes, it is. Open her carded. Oh, okay. Look at that fire, guys. Holy moly. Look at how high that thing is. Holy moly. Man, that's a big fire.
Yeah, Dad, it is a big fire.
Holy moly.
Thought I didn't notice?
Holy moly. Look at that fire. Oh my God, that was a big burp. Hey, guess what I got tomorrow morning? I've got a whole packet of donuts tomorrow morning.
You got a whole packet of what?
Oh, I'm so happy that I kept the donut pack. I was going to eat them on Saturday, but I decided to keep them for Monday. Well, Missy's taking a shower.
Yeah, you can hear it. Are you supposed to hear that? Why does it laugh? So everyone now knows that someone is taking a shower.
Can you please not play in the fire?
But it's the whole point of one.
No, it's not. That's the whole point, is not to.
No. I found it.
Unbelievable.
It's like an up and down. You don't even have to touch
David,
it.
what is that thing growing in front of you?
Oh, it's called my body. Everyone
Why are you getting large man boobs?
Because I'm a man.
Well, I don't think you're a man, that's for sure.
Huh? I'm the biggest man you could get. I'm so strong. Look how hot that is. It's like just like a little staff of smoke.
Yep, we're having a really great night tonight. I don't really have a lot to talk about tonight. I did watch Ice Station Zebra. I've told you how great that movie is. That movie was made no CGI, number one. They need to quit making movies with CGI. They need to go back to sets and miniatures. Number one, they're cheaper to make them if they do them with miniatures. They need to quit making movie with CGI. They just need to quit doing it completely. Number one, it's cheaper to make the movie with CGI or with models and miniatures.
Not really. CGI is just.
CGI is terrible.
CGI is the best. What are you talking about?
Give me the original Star Trek any day. It looks more realistic. It looks like you're looking at a ship out in space. Grainy. Will you please quit playing with the fire?
Like, is that a command or is that an ass?
Okay, let me explain something to you about football. So everybody understands.
I got my little smoke stick.
So everybody understands what my view is of football. So let me give you my view of football. So number one, they need to go back to the 1930 football uniforms and helmets, number one. They need to quit making all these padded helmets because it just injures the players even more. They need to quit broadcasting with commercials. They need, if you want to advertise, put it on the side of, just like they do with soccer. Okay, they need to get rid of commercials during the game. That's the first thing. Then they need to get rid of all these stupid rules because they're making more and more rules, and so it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous game. You're really not watching a game. You're watching commercials. Anyways, that's my opinion. I started watching football with my brother because he was a Packer fan, and Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback. We were excited about it. They went to the Super Bowl, they won, and then they never went back, which is pretty bad. And I don't blame Aaron Rodgers. I don't even blame Kevin McCarthy. I think Kevin McCarthy was a very good quarterback, and he took them to the divisions more than. First of all, I don't believe in the Super Bowl. Okay.
The Super Bowl, that's like the best.
The Super Bowl is basically just a hype. Okay, it should be based on how many wins that you win. Okay, and this basically, you're 19-0, and all of a sudden you lose in the playoffs. Well, that's stupid. A team that, is basically a wild card, he can also sneak in. That's my opinion. Now, everybody's got their own opinion about football. I'm just telling you how I proceed or how I view football.
I don't know how you view football in a bad way.
Come on, Brian, that sounds crazy. What sounds crazy? Then you got the Cleveland Browns. They stink.
What about the Celtics? Well, that's basketball team. I think I'm a little.
Anyways, that's my opinion of football. And then we have a problem of football in Wayne, Ohio, that you got a coach. So here's my thing. You have a coach that basically they don't know how to coach, number one. They lost on Friday 40-15. Now, if you do that maybe once, okay. You do it all the time, you're fired. But they still keep the same coach. They lost 40-15. They play the same two characters, okay? Because their father is a coach and another guy you know, is prominent in the Elmwood. They play the same two characters. Nobody else gets to play, and they lose every single time. I mean, if you lose 40-14, you got some mental issues.
40-15, then to 40-14.
Unbelievable. It just, and they were they were that way last year too. They kept the same coach.
And that coach is like the best coach today.
Oh yeah, right.
They never lose a football game.
Who doesn't?
What?
Really?
Yeah.
How many games did they won this year?
None.
None. And you're telling me
They won one. I swear.
please do not play. You should coach them. I could do a better job coaching because I would throw in, I would do so many plays that nobody knew about. I would just throw random plays in. You do the same thing and you expect different results. It's ridiculous. But I get yelled at when I do go to those games. So that's why I don't go to the games, because I'm too vocal. People say, "Well, they're just kidding." No, they're not. These are the high schoolers. And they're trying to go to college, try to get a football thing, and they play the same two guys. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Dad, what was that? Dad, are you farting?
Ow.
No. My little oven. Watch my oven go. Burn. Burn, my little oven. Burn.
Oh boy.
Oh,
That's
boy,
a big one. Look at that
boy.
fire.
Oh boy, you love me, Dad.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that amazing that how much you love me? I know.
No, and then I found out that I'm right even more, because my wife said the junior high coach has had arguments with the high school coach. You don't play enough of my players because I've taught him how to play. He never plays them. He only plays the two main players all the time. You know, I can understand if they're winning. So if these two players are so good, they should be winning. But if they're not, then don't play them anymore.
I mean, you can't
You
just
should tell them. I would, if I took over as a coach, I said, listen, if you don't win the next game, you're not playing next game. I'm going to bring somebody else in. We'll just see how it goes. Because obviously we're not winning. The fact of the matter is, if you're not winning, you're losing. Okay? You're losing.
What do you tie?
I should coach. I could do a better job. At least I would win. Number one. Because I know how football is played.
Are you sure?
I guarantee you the other team wouldn't be scoring.
Well, they definitely be scoring.
Well, they wouldn't be scoring on my team.
Oh,
Please stop now.
I tried to put it in.
Stop doing it now.
Oh, I failed.
Mandy.
What is me?
That's how Elmwood has always been. You have to have the right last name to participate in the sport. Oh, I know that, Mandy. Brian, what's your favorite sport? Well, if I had any sport that I love to play, food eating, my favorite sport, if I had to play, is golf. I do love to play golf because it's a game that if you do it right, it's very easy to play. Yeah, it's funny. These guys, they've had the same kids playing every year and they always lose. You know, it'd be different if you were winning. Unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. 40 to 14. How do you play a game where you only score 14 points? You're terrible. Your defense is terrible. Your offense is terrible. You have no idea what you're doing with your quarterback or your running backs. They can't do anything if you're only getting 14 points. You got to do something outside the box. No, but see, that's the insanity is they just do the same thing. Oh, I'm not making a hamburger right now, Adam. That's not going to happen. Just so you know, Adam. So I'm Brian Young with ProTinkerToys.com. You're watching the Fireside Chat. I started talking about Ice Station Zebra, which is the movie that I watched today. Next Sunday, we're going to talk about Where Eagles Dare with Richard Burton and um, um, Clint Eastwood. My number one World War II movie. You're probably asking, why is it your number one World War II movie? Well, first of all, I always look at a movie and I look at the extras. I look at what they do to make a scene. Now, Kelly's Heroes was the same way. They have this one scene where they show over, 50 tanks and all this equipment, and it was just staged just for that one scene. And you don't see it the rest of the movie. And so in Eagles Dare, where Eagles Dare is, you have a scene of the castle where they have all this equipment. They have all these trucks and all this extra. And you only see it like in 2 or 3 scenes, but it gives the impact of greatness in that movie. It brings you into the movie like you're actually there, like they were really there. That's what's amazing about. You can tell about a movie that has a low budget, where they don't have a lot of equipment. It's just actors, and you don't see a lot of extras in the set or in the scene. Now, if you don't have the tanks and everything, nowadays they just do it all CGI'd. Yeah, it's just a spectacular movie, especially getting on that castle, the Strassenberger. It's just an awesome movie. I grew up those movies in the 70s. Mac liked a lot of that. That's what was fun about Mac. My real dad didn't really like movies too much. I don't know why. He never, like, we went to go see Jaws in 1975, and I saw it in Connecticut. I saw it in Martha's Vineyard, basically. And we got out of the movie, and Dad goes, "Man, it was just a rubber, a rubber, a rubber, a rubber, rubber fish." Or did you know that Jaws, the 50th anniversary in the movies right now, was second this week in box office? Think about that. All the garbage that they keep making R-rated garbage. Nobody watches it. Nobody watches R-rated films. They keep on making them, and they don't make any money. And they come out with Jaws, which has been out now almost 50 years. Well, this is their 50th anniversary, 1975, and it was number 2 in the box office. Now go figure that one out. I jumped out of my pants so many times in that movie when I saw it for the first time. Holy moly. Holy moly, that movie is just unbelievable. And I was in Long Island when that movie came out in 1975. I spent the summer with my dad in Connecticut when that movie came out. That's what's so funny. 1975. I was 16 years old. Yeah, I was 16 years old back then. Wow. I was tall and thin. Tall and thin. I was about as thin as a beanpole ball. Are you planning to add more cap guns to your store? We just added a bunch. We got more cap guns than anybody else in the country. We got more cap guns than any other store on the planet. I do, at least. If you want the best rifle we have are the 99s, the 97, and the 93s. The elk rifle, the duck rifle, and the junior duck rifle. We have the M8 118, American rifle, the 118, the M18. We sell a lot of those. We have the carbine, shotguns, all the Western cap guns, the 102, the 101, the 121, the 122. All these item numbers is what we have at ProTinkerToys.com. We're going to go to 9:30, guys. We're going to go to 9:30. Another great. Are you planning to add the different brands besides Goner? There's only one. Goner is Goner. Goner. So Goner is the only die-cast cap gun that is made right now. Now Paris makes a collection of guns, but most of theirs are repackaged Goner guns. Now they make a lot of plastic cap guns, but I don't carry those because all of those are made in China. I only carry Goner because Goner is made in Spain. High quality cap guns. I don't want any Chinese crap. I want high quality Spanish cap guns. And that's why we carry Goner, Goner, Goner. Well, the fire is a nice blazing fire. And we sell so many cap guns. We're gonna do 42 shorts tomorrow. I don't know whether I want to do 15 shorts or 1 minute shorts. I think I'm going to try to stick to 1 minute shorts. One-minute shorts. They get a lot of hits. They get about 600 or 700 hits every time I do a short. Have you decided about going? No, I'm not going to have a decision on that until Wednesday. I found out that MeTV doing a national commercial on the Spanguli show that hits 85 million people around the United States. Potential audience is 85 million. The real audience probably is 12 to 15, maybe 30 or 40 million is the maximum. It's $2,000 a spot. And I have a feeling, my gut is telling me that if we do these commercials on Spanguli, that I'm not going to have enough inventory. People are going to be going to my website and they're going to freak out. And they're going to say, oh my goodness, this guy's got slot cars like crazy. So that's my plan. I'm going to be talking to them on Wednesday. I'm going to talk to Auto World and say, hey guys, do you want to team with me or do a 50-50 where you fund 50% of my commercials? I think that would do great for them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's a really nice night tonight. It's about 70 degrees tonight. About 70 degrees. It's a beautiful temperature out here tonight. To have a nice, can't wait till we get into January and I come out here in a cohort and it's snowing and I'm doing a live stream in the snow. You think this is fun? Wait till I do a in the snow fireside chat. I'll get my Carhartt on, get my boots on, and I come out here and I'll do a live stream in the middle of the snow, especially in a blizzard. That would be cool. Get a fire going in a blizzard. Wouldn't that be sweet? How many of you would want to watch that? Well, we don't have a lot of people watching tonight because I think people are watching the football games. I think the Packers played the Lions. Do you know if the Packers won against the Lions? The Lions are actually pretty good. I think they're better than the Packers this year. That new coach they got after Kevin McCarthy is terrible. He's a terrible coach. He doesn't know what he's doing. Kevin McCarthy at least got to the Packers. They got to the playoffs every year. And divisional champions. See, that's the only thing you really care about is the divisional champion. We're so obsessed with the World Series or the Super Bowl, we forget what is really important. And the Super Bowl only started in 1970. You know, before that, it was all divisions. Who won their division? And that's the key right there. That's the key of football. Anybody else wants to tell me, I'll tell them nope. And I always got in arguments with Tim about that. Tim thought he knew how to play football. Well, let me tell you something. I know how to play football. I never played it, but I could tell you how to win. Elmwood just doesn't know how to win. I was thinking of going to the city council next time and say, you know what, or the school board meeting and said, you know, I got 3 minutes, you know, let me tell you something. This is what I would say, you know, I don't play football. I don't like football. But you know what it really upsets me? Is that we've got a football team that just doesn't seem to win. Okay? I can understand if we're winning some games, but I think we need to change everything because the coach that we have right now isn't doing a very good job. If you're losing 40-14, we need to do something different. And that's all I'm going to say. And everybody's going to hate me for it, you know, and that's fine. I've had a lot of people hate me, but you know what? Unbelievable. Give me a break. That's why I couldn't go to my kids. I remember going to Ryan's soccer game once. I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 years old. And they basically told me, we don't want you coming. You're too loud. You need to be quieter. I said, oh, okay. I quit going. I quit going. You know, it's just like, give me a break. I don't need I have high blood pressure just because of my life and living with the people I live with, but I don't need to intentionally get a high blood pressure. And that's what going to football games and things do to me. They give me higher blood pressure. See, the nice thing about golf is everybody plays. And it all depends on that. That sounds so cool, Brian. See, the thing about golf is everybody plays, and it's based on how good you are. Okay? That's why I love golf so much. I should have taken golf in high school because I think I'd have been good at it. Because if I just would have been, if somebody would instruct me on how to hit the ball consistently, I think I would be a good golfer. I just, because I can hit the ball, and maybe I should do a live stream going golf, doing an 18-hole live stream. That would be funny, wouldn't it? 18 holes of golf. Well, we've got to keep our prayers for the family of this girl that got killed on this bus in Charlotte, North Carolina. She sits down on the bus. You can see the scene. It's really disgusting. You see she just sits there, and this guy pulls out a knife, just stabs her right in the neck and walks away. Blood dripping everywhere. Nobody says anything. Nobody tackles him. Nothing. It's amazing, our society. We've gotten so callous about death. It's sickening. I really believe that one of these days something's going to happen that's going to be a spark, just like Duke Fernando about World War One, that sparked World War One. I think there's going to be an event that's just going to set people off, saying, you know what, enough's enough. This crime is out of control. When are you going to lock these people up? It's ridiculous. That's just sad how, she just sat there, got off work. She sits down on the bus, and 2 minutes later, she's dead. She's bleeding. And she had nothing. Her life is over, done. And the media is covering it up, that nobody is talking about it. It's sick. Airplanes, that's another thing that is over. Flying an airplane is so simple. Now, there are some little details that you have to understand, but flying an airplane, especially a biplane, it really is easy flying a plane. There are some things you need to learn, here and there. But you know what? Just the basic concept of flight is probably the neatest thing ever. When I was flying my airplane when I was 21 back in 1980, amazing. Of course, I crashed it, but that happens to all the good flyers. Even Lindbergh crashed his airplane. He had to parachute out of one of his airplanes. Back in the 20s, it was all... That's what's so funny about airplanes. That in the 20s, it was all so experimental. Everything changed in the 1930s. It's almost like we went, almost from Stone Age to battleships and airplanes. We were all these wooden airplanes, and then we go to these, Howard Hughes is testing out all these different jets. It's amazing. Airplanes are so fun. Yep. Well, guys, you can see the fire is pretty much coming down the pike. We had a really good show today. We had about 25, I think, people watching tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight's live stream. I hope this was an enjoyable show for everybody. And we didn't have as many comments we did last night, but I think a lot of people are watching. Did anybody tell me who won the Packer Lions game? Did anybody ever tell me that? No, no one ever did, huh? Packers and the Lions. Who won the Packer Lions game? If I had to bet on it, I would probably bet Lions because the Packers aren't very good this year. Oh, the Packers won, huh? Wow. That's kind of amazing. Green Bay, Lambeau Field is an amazing football field if you've ever been there. Packers crushed them. What was the total? No problem, guys. I've learned one thing about the live stream. So here, let me tell you an ending story, okay? Let me tell you a closing story. You know that I talk to a lot of people. I talk to people all the time. Anyways, we were going to Cheddar's today after church. And I walk up to Cheddar's. Oh, wow, 27-13. Well, that's not that bad of a game. And we're going to Cheddar's, and there's a family out there. A father, a dad, his father, and his two sons, and his wife, and the one kid's a mother or a daughter. And I go up to him. I just start talking to him. Hey, I'm Brian Young. Hey, how are you doing? What do you do? He works for both the son and the dad both work at Marathon Oil in Findlay. And I just start talking to him. Yeah, I'm Brian Young. I do a live stream, ProTinkerToys.com. I sell toys, and the grandmother wanted a card, so I gave him a couple cards. And I think I gave away about 6 cards. And I'm doing that more and more. Whenever I'm around, I'm always giving my cards out to people. So that's how we get ProTinkerToys more exposure. And it's a lot of fun. Well, guys, I want to thank you for watching the live stream tonight. You guys have a wonderful evening tonight. If you have any children that are with you tonight, just give them a big hug and kiss and say good night. And we will see you later. Go Vikings. John Denver got killed on his airplane. Oh, a lot of people did. So did Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy died in his airplane. See, a lot of times people die on their planes because simple mistakes. Simple mistakes. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.